What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Arrow and Flash video. So if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated. So I've got a video up on Game of Thrones about Sansa, which you can check out on my channel. That was last night's video. And we've also got a Rick and Morty video as well, a theory video if you wanted to check that out. But first of all, there is going to be a lot of cool stuff in the upcoming seasons of Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. Because we have got like the World Killers, we've got huge stuff over on Legends with our new Time Bureau. Over on Supergirl, we've also, like I said, we've got the World Killers on Supergirl. And on the Flash, we've got the Thinker. And on Arrow, we've got more Deathstroke. But first of all, the wedding bells are going off for our lovely couple of Iris West and Barry Allen. So the show's creators have said that there will be a West Allen marriage this season, which is going to be very cool. I'm very much excited to see that wedding finally. It's been like 4 seasons now. We haven't got them married. They almost got married last year. Almost. They got engaged at least. But that was due to Barry being scared that she was going to die, and there was no wedding ring on her when Savitar shished her right through her, and she died. But she survived, and now they are free to become married finally. So I think that's going to be really cool to finally see that happen. It's going to be awesome to see those finally tie the knot. Maybe we'll get a speedster sex scene. Who knows? I just want to know what happens when that happens. So that's just me being really pervy and really weird, so I best not tell you. I've told everyone on the internet, but we will see that, not that, but we will see the wedding nonetheless. And this is what I expected to happen, at least on the show, because we have a girls' night out episode of the show soon, where Felicity will be coming to Central City. So we're going to see some sort of hen party, something going on there, because it's going to be those lot all out celebrating that, I would expect. So that will happen, and then Black Siren is going to turn up like a party pooper and completely ruin that. She's probably like the girl who just gets too drunk and they stop inviting her, and then she turns up, you're like, oh great, but has metahuman superpower. So it's a bit of difference there, bit of a difference. However, that will be fun to see. And what I'm really expecting here is the fact that this will be a huge part of the upcoming crossover. So I'm really thinking that this will happen, and I'm really thinking that we will get this maybe as the focal point for the whole of the crossover. Really, we will see everyone grouped together, come together, and then they will get attacked or something will happen. What I'm predicting is, I know that it wasn't actually Iris who was the one that Barry wanted to marry, but Thorne got involved with that, and I expect, hopefully, we'll see Reverse Flash turn up in some way, shape or form in that and ruin the wedding, which would be really cool. I'd really like to see Matt Lesher play Reverse Flash once again, because I thought he was so damn good in the role, and it's nice to see him on the show. But I know it's a long shot about having that on the show. But we know as well there might be a bit of a problem with that. What I'm saying is the fact that Alex and Kara will be, the Danvers sisters will play a huge role in the crossover as well. It'll be focused on them. We've also had from Andrew Kreisberg as well. So I'm not too sure what's happening there, how much we will actually be getting that. But they're moving back to a season 1 sister storyline, which was all about, really, it was a focus of them, which explains the fact that Monel is gone, and we've also got Alex's girlfriend or fiance now not as a series regular. So it's going to need some drama. It's going to be those two working together, which I think will be really awesome. So I'm not too sure where that will fit in to that, and if the Flash wedding will actually be the crossover now that they've said that. But I hope it is. I really do hope that is. It'd be nice to see this whole kind of group of heroes and some villains come together for the whole wedding. Now the question is, who do you think will actually be the villain for this crossover? Will it be Reverse Flash? Will it be a Superman or Supergirl villain? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm racking my brain. I can't really think of anyone off the fly, really, who I think would be a good villain. I would love the Anti-Monitor, but that's going to be like season 10 or something of The Flash, or even Supergirl. Something like that would be too big, really, to fit on the show, which would be good, but I'd be worried that they would mess it up just like they did with Flashpoint, where it was just a weak sort of thing. But we're getting the DCEU film version of Flashpoint. Why, I don't know, but I'm excited. I think that's going to be pretty dope to see, and see that all on the big screen. Now, what is really cool as well about Arrow upcoming is the fact that we're getting Deathstroke's son on the show, and we knew we would be having Deathstroke a hell of a lot more this season. And we finally learn just what that two-parter episode will actually be about. And I think that we will be getting the two-parter episode of this season, and it will be all about Deathstroke's son. So we had Grant Wilson, who was on the show before. Now, he was the son that we saw in the Legends of Tomorrow episode, where they went to the far future, and we saw him take over the city. Now, what is curious is the fact that we're getting Liam Hall, who will be playing Deathstroke's son. He will be playing Joe Wilson, or Jericho Wilson, who was he's in the comics now, in the Defiance comic, the story arc that we're getting. So that's going to be super dope. I'm super excited for seeing Joe Wilson, and we've had some more insight as to what his son is doing. So Jericho, or Joe Wilson, this will be following the footsteps of his father. He will want to join the military. He's joined the Australian military just like his father, and then he's got himself captured in a prison. So this is quite curious. This backstory is a lot like Grant Wilson's story, where he grew up idolizing Deathstroke, not realizing that he's his father. And then Grant Wilson goes on to be Ravager. We've already sort of had Ravager on the show, kind of. And they're kind of just changing the history here, because we've had Grant Wilson. So they're sort of giving Grant Wilson's backstory to Joe Wilson, who is going to be Deathstroke's son here on the show. And it is all about Deathstroke trying to get his son back. So will we see flashbacks of Deathstroke in his personal life when he was having a kid? I think that would be pretty decent. I think it'd be nice to see some more human side of Deathstroke, more of his actual history. Although I do want to see him unleash that sword and absolutely kick the shit out of everyone who is worried about his son. And this is the same son that Oliver Queen gave the dossier to Deathstroke about, in order to get him to help him against Prometheus. So I think that's going to be awesome. I'm super excited for all of that. It's going to be a lot of fun to see. It's interesting that they changed up these backstories somewhat, so I'm not really sure why they've done that, but it does make sense, as we've sort of had an amalgamation of a lot of the Grant Wilson characters so far. So having this Joe Wilson, the question is, will he be a meta on this, and will his father betray him just like he did in the comics? Who knows? Who actually knows if that will happen? I hope they don't. I hope they just stick with this, ignore that whole stuff, and just have him having sort of an amalgamation of both characters. But seeing him be a meta, not too sure if they will actually be able to do that or pull that off convincingly. That is something which Arrow doesn't really have any meta heroes, that too many. There is, but there's not. It's not really a meta show, in my opinion. It's not like a super powered show. It is more actually the street level heroes. But we do have Black Siren, and we do have the brand new Black Canary, who are metas, so maybe they could actually do that on the show. I think that'd be really cool. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that the changing of that works? Do you think that's something you want to see? I know the crossover looks really, really good. I'm hoping that they do pull that off. And the Flash wedding, I am pumped to see that. So let me know what you think in the comments. What is your favourite 3 of these new stories? And let me know all of your opinions. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. Get that bell button clicked so you never miss a video. So I'm going to be covering all of these shows when they actually come back. Absolutely all of them. I'm going to be sticking with American Horror Story. We're going to be sticking with everything that I've done so far. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., everything. So never miss a video. See you soon. Goodbye.